Hello, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters. Welcome to our channel. Welcome to Fagiola Chuma 254. On this platform, we discuss a plethora of issues. We discuss politics, social and economic welfare of our society. But then there are also other times when we get to discuss issues that have to do with our physical health. Today, on this particular episode, I want us to talk about let's talk social. Let's talk about us. Let's get to discuss ourselves. Let's get to understand what our contribution is to, our current political situation, our current economic status in our region. Now, every society has a group of 6 pillars. Wherever you go, you'll find these 6 pillars in every society. Pillar number one of the society, and these pillars, by the way, these pillars are interdependent. They are so interdependent, interconnected, depending on each other on everything. If any pillar is not working, then that society cannot be, a vicinity where somebody would want to be in. So the first pillar of the society is the business man, the business community, the rich. That is the first pillar of every society. Number two is the judiciary. Those who get to decide over disputes whenever they arise in the society. And number three is the media. Y'all know what the media does, getting to inform us about the bad and the good things that are happening in our society. And then number four, we've got the police, those who are supposed to enforce laws. Number five, in every society, you'll find the politicians. Since time immemorial, you will find politicians in a society. The politician, in most of the cases, the politician do have this entitlement, thinking they're the gods of the society, which I don't think is the case. And last but not least, we have the people. In every society, you will find the people. Now, there's the businessmen or the rich, the judiciary, the police, the media, and the politician. These 5 groups of people also belong to the people. They make part of the people. Not everybody is a politician in the society. Not everybody is a businessman. Not everybody is a police. But a police belongs to the people. A businessman belongs to the people. This is my own opinion. This is what I think. The people should be the most powerful part of the society because they get to decide who becomes who. A businessman you cannot sell to cows. There has to be people for you to sell to. A politician would like to rule over people. The police will be enforcing laws that are made by the politicians to rule over people, right? Same applies to the judiciary. I want us to talk about just one group today. We're going to talk about the others next time. Today I want us to talk about people. What is our contribution to, everything that is going on around us, politically, and even our economic muscle? What's our contribution? Because we are supposed to decide how things are going on in our society as the people. Have we been doing that? I mean, for the longest time. We are over 50 years. It's been, over 50 years, right? Since we got independence. Have we been deciding how things are done in our society? Or have we left it to the politicians? If somebody asked you whether you're happy about how things are happening in our society today, especially our politics, everybody says, things are not going the way they should. We are not ruled the way we're supposed to be ruled. But you see, the cause of this problem is lack of understanding, lack of knowledge on how things are supposed to be run. There are other societies where things are going on well, and everybody is migrating to those societies. Everybody wants to go to the West. Everybody wants to go to the Middle East. Guys are, leaving Kenya, going to South Africa, going to Europe. Do you know why people are going there? Because their systems are working, because their economy is functioning, because their politics, it might not be perfect. Their politics might not be perfect, but at least their politics is working. And we can also do the same for ourselves here, so that we prevent this constant migration of our people to other nations. The big question is, how on earth can we do that? Let's say we want our politics to work. How can we do it? Is it achievable? I say yes, it is achievable. And we can achieve it through different steps. We go step by step. And we can achieve making our politics a clean one, not a perfect one, a clean one. We can achieve making our economy, an envy of other people. What is the first step for us to make our society a functioning one? I repeat, these are my own opinions. Everybody else has their own opinion. I'm talking about what I think can make our society a better place. Number one, fight against tribalism. And this has been demonstrated perfectly. It was demonstrated perfectly by the Gen Zs. You know what happened last week and, early this week? The demos by the Gen Zs that was, joined by the millennials, and everybody else was support. In fact, everybody across the world was surprised at what the Gen Zs did. I heard Nigerians saying all they do is pray and hope for the best to happen. They're envying what Kenyans are doing, the Gen Zs and the millennials were doing. So the first thing is, let's fight tribalism. For the longest time possible, we've had this situation where we get to elect very incompetent people. Very incompetent in all aspects. People who are so incompetent, but just because they belong to my tribe. I'm electing somebody who is incompetent just because he speaks or she speaks the same language I'm speaking. And then what happens next? What happens after electing somebody who is incompetent because they're your tribe?
Mnasema doing the same thing the same way and expecting different results. Simalizi hapo. Ni vizuri ni kuambia ukiwa hapa Nyeri, so you know. We don't have Raila phobia. Baba Keke Uhuru Kenyatta took us through an oath never to vote for that man. Si ni kweli? Idemoti anywi na mumba. Sasa mnapoteza wasaa mpaka hii generation iende ndio mtasaidika. Lakini hapa hatuwasaidii. Ni vizuri niwaambie. Haya.
Na sisi tungetaka kuambia Raila na wengine na wale wanapanga waheshimu Mkikuyu. Nyinyi akina Murathe, akina Atwoli, stop cheating Raila Odinga. Raila Odinga is unacceptable to the people of Central Kenya, come rain, come shine. Hiyo ni maneno yawezekani. Na sisi tunaunga Rais Kenyatta mkono kwa mambo yote. Ili analete bunge, mambo ya kahawa na nini, hiyo yote tunakubali. Lakini mambo ya Raila Odinga hiyo tumeshindwa. Tumejaribu na tumejaribu imekuwa ngumu.
What happens after electing somebody who is incompetent because they're your tribe? It's not that if you elect them and they perform dismally, other tribes are going to suffer. Everybody's going to suffer. When somebody becomes incompetent, not even becomes incompetent, when you elect an incompetent person because they come from your tribe, you're going to be the first person who will suffer because of their incompetence. So the first thing is we must stop tribalism. We must stop tribalism. I'm going to talk about tribalism in another video next time. But ways of stopping tribalism, I'm going to talk about that in another video. But on this video, the first step that we must take to make sure that things are working in our society is let's elect competent people, whether they're coming from, whether somebody's coming from my tribe, whether they're coming from your tribe or not, as long as they are competent. Let me give you a good example. Currently, we have politicians like Edwin Sifuna. We have politicians like Okiya Omtata. People like Otiende Amolo. We have Raila. People who have shown that they are competent. People who have shown that in as much as they come from a specific tribe, when they take the podium, they are tribeless. We're supposed to have such kind of people in power. We're supposed to empower such kind of people. Because when we do that, we will reap the benefits, not the failures that they bring to us. That's number one, tribalism. We fight it, we bring it down, we make our society a better place. Number one. Number two, we have to be people who are principled as a nation. As a people, we must be people who are principled. Stand for something, die for something, believe in something. I don't know if you get what I'm talking about. I've always failed to understand how you elect somebody who, somebody is accused of killing, shooting somebody, pooh. But when you get to, the ballot box where you're supposed to make a political choice between this person who killed, this person who did, who was involved in maybe corruption, and another person who is clean, you get to choose the person who killed. Make it make sense. It doesn't make sense. And the more we keep on doing that, the more we keep on doing that, the more we're going to have people, the kind of people we have in parliament, the rubber stamp guys, the guys you were chasing it out of parliament the other day. We'll keep on having such kind of people. So we must be principled. You did something in the past. Yesterday, there's a mistake you did, a mischief you did. We can't elect you. We don't deal like that. That is the kind of people we're supposed to be. A politician vying for an elective seat is like going for a job interview. And somebody goes to the interviewing panel, and he says, I want you guys to employ me. What I have in my past is, the other month I shot somebody in the head. I killed somebody. You remember the other time I was accused of stealing? The billions? Yeah, that was me. So I want you to employ me in a job interview. Do you think that person is going to be employed? No. But when it comes to us, we choose the worst. We choose the worst. No pun intended. No pun intended. You're given Moses Kuria and Herman Manyora.
But if we simplify it, yes, the easiest solution for Kenyans ni wasirudi kwa the same seat. What Kenyans are doing now, they are resisting, they're rejecting them in their constituencies. Do you think this is the simplest way of dealing with these members of parliament? No. That you say, look, tunaosha, it seems like tunaosha kidogo. The situation is bigger. But the easiest way, let's not vote them back. Is this the
That's
right
not enough. You'll remove one idiot and bring another idiot. So what will you have done? It is the situation we must deal with. And I've always said, that. What this country requires is a national conversation. to look at this country and look at our situation and look at our problems and ask ourselves, how can we make this country a better place to live in? How? That's a national conversation. It's not about replacing MPs. I can assure you, even if you sent all these MPs home, you will not bring back 20 good MPs. 20. 1, 2, 3, up to 20 you will not get. They will be the same people. Because what have you changed? How do you elect our MPs? If I went to stand home, people will ask me, umefanya harambee ngapi? Umeandika watoto wangapi kazi? Uko na pesa ngapi ya kutupatia? They will not ask their abilities. Who doubts who doubts me if I was in parliament? I will be with the people of Sifuna, like Sifuna only. Who doubts that I will be a good MP? Can you doubt?
No.
But can my people vote for me easily? It will not be easy. So what doesn't change? You must change the situation. That conversation I'm talking about will lead to us asking ourselves, how can we have good leaders? And one of the things we should do, and I made a presentation in 1988, I think the Saitot Committee. One of the things we should do as a people is to outlaw harambe. Number one. If you are found funded,
everybody's going to go for Moses Kuria. Has he delivered? Has he? No. So we must be people who are principled, believing in something and standing for something all the times. Because garbage in, garbage out, all the time. Garbage in, garbage out. In our politics, garbage in, garbage out. That's number 2. Number 3 of the things we're supposed to do to make our society a better place, or make it work. Number 3 is we must ask questions. We're supposed to ask questions. Yes. So character A wants to be elected as an MCA. Can we try to find out? Ask questions. You want to be our MCA. You want to go represent us in the county assembly. You want to be, a member of parliament to go and represent us in the national assembly. Is there anything you've ever done for us as a society? Have you ever done anything? Like mobilization, any idea of yours that has helped our society? Because what is going to help every society anywhere in the borders of Kenya are the ideas of people. Everybody who is coming to us to be elected, everybody who is seeking for an elective seat must be somebody with ideas, and not just ideas. Those ideas must be practical and workable. So you ask questions. Yeah, you want to be elected. What do you want to do? How are you going to do it? How long is it going to take to do it? Has it ever been done elsewhere? Did it succeed? We get to ask such kind of questions, and you have a competition of ideas from different people. I don't know if you're getting what I'm saying. In the same line of asking questions, someone comes to you. I go back to the job, the interviewing panel. You go to an interviewing panel and you want to pay them to give you a job. Somebody comes to you and they want to pay you for you to elect them. Why? If you have ideas that can work and help us, why would you want to pay me to vote for you? Huh? The mere fact that somebody wants to pay you to vote for them is a clear indication that this is a thief. This is somebody who is clueless. They don't have any ideas. They think the pocket is the main idea. It can be the main idea for the moment, but in the long run, people get to cry. You're supposed to ask these people where they're getting their funds from. Oh yeah, you're giving me 1,000 shillings or maybe 500 shillings. Where did you get it from? How do you intend to recoup that money? Huh? Asking critical questions over and over to a point that, those who want to be elected get to understand the fact that if you're going to be seeking elections in, say, Embakasi, somebody's going to seek for an elective post in Embakasi, you know very well that you cannot go with money to Embakasi because nobody's going to take you serious. You get it? Two, you're going to seek for an elective post in Embakasi. You must have an idea, a practical one, that you're going to tell those people, because other people are also coming with ideas, and those are the things that are competing in that society. Those are the things that are competing in that constituency. If you don't have them, don't bother going there, because so the fourth thing we're supposed to do to make our society work is we are supposed to always follow up on issues. The demonstration by the Gen Zs, the uprising that happened last week and this week, was because of the fact that the Gen Zs kept on following up on how issues were happening, how things were being done in the society, how our finance bill, the kind of content that the finance bill had, the things that were going to hurt our society, the things that were going to hurt our pockets. If we didn't follow up, then we wouldn't ask any questions. We wouldn't know. You'd just be surprised. Oh, this is happening. I mean, you own a car and you're supposed to pay a certain amount per year just for owning that car. There's a certain amount that has been added on bread. You don't know how that came to pass. So we must constantly keep tabs with what's happening, the current affairs. What is the government doing? What is the parliament doing? What are they doing in parliament? What kind of laws are they trying to enact? We follow up constantly. If we do that, then we will keep things, Now, the last thing we're supposed to do to make sure our society is a working society, that everything works, is to ensure that we have a bull ring on the noses of our politicians. Do you get my point? We are supposed to have a bull ring in the noses of our politicians. And this information should go to the Gen Zs and the millennials. The guys who were in the streets last week and this week. Whatever you did was just a battle. It was just the tip of the iceberg. We are supposed to do everything possible to make sure that we have a way of controlling our politicians. Instead of them controlling us, we are supposed to have a way of controlling them. The best way we've been given by the Constitution to control our politicians is to recall them. Whenever something is not going on the best way, okay, fine. We have other ways. We can demonstrate, we can picket, and do every other thing. Those things cannot be as effective as for the people to have a way of controlling the politicians. If we can control the politicians, then we'll decide everything. And this goes back to the Constitution. This goes back to, like they had a financial, the finance bill that they wanted to control us with on how they're going to be collecting money. We can also come up with ways of, having a bill taken to Parliament to make it easy to recall our members of Parliament. The group of millennials and Gen Zs has lawyers, educated, right? We've got doctors, we've got engineers, we've got everybody. And we can use the intellectuals in our group to forward a bill in Parliament to remove that, what the members of Parliament did to make it difficult to be recalled is that most of the time it's them who have the final say on whether a member of Parliament is going to be recalled or not. Let's come up with ways and make it into law. Make it easy for us to recall our members of Parliament. I can assure you, and one day somebody is gonna remember this video. I can assure you that when the day comes when we can recall our MCAs, our members of Parliament, our senators, if we can have the final say on recalling them. Like for instance, currently we're supposed to, I'm not quite sure, but we're supposed to collect what, 30% of the registered voters in a constituency are supposed to collect signatures. Of the 30%, 15% are supposed to come from every ward, right? take it to IEBC. IEBC will take it to Parliament. I mean, to the Speaker of the National Assembly. The National Assembly discusses it. I mean, the members of Parliament discuss on whether their colleague is going to be recalled. If they agree, the what is it? The Speaker will take the bill back to IEBC, and IEBC. First of all, the Speaker will declare the seat vacant, and then IEBC will conduct a fresh elections. We are supposed to remove that middlemanship of the members of Parliament discussing their fellow member of Parliament, whether they can be impeached or not. I mean, they can be recalled or not. They are not supposed to have that say. It's our will. We are supposed to be served at will. If we don't want somebody to serve us, he's not supposed to force himself on us. So, Gen Zs, I repeat, Gen Zs, work on ways of getting it into law for us to recall our members of Parliament. If we can do that, there'll be no need of banning somebody's house because he did something that you don't agree with. If you don't agree with what somebody's doing, all you have to do is, collect signatures, and you know very well that you collect those signatures, and it's going to work. That this guy is going to lose his seat. When you Gen Zs do that, if you succeed in doing that, you will have won the war. These other things are just the battle. And I'm saying that because there is impeaching the president. There is holding to account those people who are corrupt. Those things cannot be done. Both things are supposed to be done by politicians and a bit of technocrats. For them to be done, for such kind of things to happen, your member of Parliament is supposed to know that they can go home at any time, and you have the key. You can use that key. Right now, what you Gen Zs and millennials did on Tuesday was send a message to the members of Parliament that we're not going to tolerate impunity anymore. You're not going to do things the way you want. And don't ever be lied to that we cannot get into that Parliament. We can get into Parliament whenever we want to get into Parliament. That is a message that was sent across. But we can do much more. We can do much more as Gen Zs, as millennials, as the people, as the social. We can do much more by making law, by making bull rings and having them in the noses of our politicians. Anybody who doesn't want to go with the laws, don't bother yourself vying for a seat. In fact, we're even supposed to be controlling how much these guys are earning. We're supposed to control the kind of decisions they make in Parliament. They are representatives. They're supposed to represent what we want, not what somebody else wants, what IMF wants, what World Bank wants, what Ruto wants. You get what I'm saying? And we can do that. For us to win the war, let's have laws to control recalling of our members of Parliament. Because if we do that, if they know they can be recalled, the president will know he can be impeached anytime. You either work or you take the highway. That's my message to the Gen Zs. That's my message to the people. That's how we can contribute to a better place for Kenya politically and economically. Once again, I want to say thank you to you guys. I thank you. I want to hit 50 subscribers, guys. Just 50 subscribers, one step at a time. I thank you for the views that I've gotten. For the last few videos that I put out there. And I kindly pray that you subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. Share these videos. Let's get to talk. This is the kind of civic education we're supposed to be having among us one another. And I repeat like last time, no tribe, man. No tribe. No tribe. Let's talk. If somebody is good, we say he is good. If somebody is bad, even if you're coming from my tribe, I'm going to say you're bad if you're bad. If you're good, I'm going to say you're good. Ciao.